Okay, this is part 2 of your lesson, and I just need 5 more minutes and we'll be done, probably less than that. So I don't necessarily remember where I left off, but I know that we highlighted in brown, but I don't think that we went through the requirements that I have for your extended ending. Remember, the extended ending is a continuation. You have concluded your adventure in the paragraph above with the last 2 or 3 sentences of your main event. And now we're on the extended ending. And so on the extended ending, you're going to use 3 of the 5. Now we're going to talk about this, so don't panic if you have no clue what I'm talking about. But the extended ending, you can use a memory, a feeling, a decision, a wish or hope, or a defining action. In your paper, you're going to be required to use 3 of those 5. And so you can choose any 3 you want. You're just going to need that requirement. So this is how we're going to be writing a narrative paper, all right? Like I said before, on Wednesday, we start with the hook. We go through the hook. I explain how to write a hook. You're going to write the hook to your paper. You're going to revise it, and you're going to proofread it with your home teacher, and then you're going to be completely done with it, and then we will move on to your elaborative detail over your story critical setting. Okay, so I take you step by step on how to get through this paper. Boys and girls, if you can just remember in your head, I know some of you dread writing, and you might dread writing and you love math. I don't know. But if you think of writing like math, okay, there is a formula. There is a certain way to do math all the time. Before you learned how to add, you would see a bunch of numbers, and then you might see what was called a plus sign and an equal sign, and you just had a jumbled up mess before you learned how to add. Once you learn the steps to addition, I take a number, I put a plus sign in the middle, I take another number, that means I put them together, and I put an equal sign, which means that I'm going to tell you next what the answer is. There is a certain step-by-step procedure to math. If you look at writing the same way, you shouldn't have to guess on what comes next. I am showing you how to write a narrative paper. When we get to your research paper, I'm going to go step by step to show you how to write it. So my hope is that when you get to middle school, because you're going to be covering the same stuff in 5th grade, when you get to middle school, my hope is that you're not going to have your home teacher sit next to you and prod you. This comes next. This comes next. You're going to automatically say, hey, I know how to do this because Mrs. Stone showed us a step-by-step way to do it, and I'm going to do it the same way every time. I taught my kids how to write. My kids are excellent writers. Not real great at math, but they're excellent writers. My oldest one, he's a lawyer, and he was just asked to write a chapter in a law book, okay, that had to do with helping veterans, people who have served in the military, get their benefits when they're released. And so he was asked to write this paragraph or this chapter for this book. He went back to the way that he was taught how to write a research paper. He went back and he used the step-by-step way that he learned when he was younger. And he's in law school. He's out of law school now. But it's the same procedure. It's the same way of doing something no matter how old you are. Okay? So when I write a narrative paper, when I write a story, I follow this narrative diamond. When I write a research paper or I write something that's factual, I follow the rules that I teach. And I'm 50-something years old, and I'm still using this. So if we can get the procedure down of how to do it, you're going to be awesome writers, and you're not going to have to ask for help, and you can do this, and your mom is going to be so thrilled because she doesn't have to sit there and convince you this is the way that you need to do it. You're going to figure this out. It's a certain way of doing it, and it's going to work from now on. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. And on Wednesday, we are going to start the hook to your paper. I can't wait to get it started. I love writing the Humphrey narrative, and I hope you're going to love writing it too. So I will see you on Tuesday But I will see you back on video on Wednesday.